Giving Back, sponsored by Patterson Legal Group.
We're excited to partner with Patterson Legal Group in our latest edition of Giving Back, where local nonprofits are recognized for the great work they're doing to make our communities better places to live. Patterson Legal Group recognizes a new nonprofit and presents them with a $500 check. This week, we're proud to spotlight Audubon of Kansas. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Tyler Patterson from Patterson Legal Group. This week's Giving Back recipient is the Audubon of Kansas. I'm here today with Jackie and Boomer. Jackie, tell us a little bit about the group.
We are a wildlife conservation organization, and we'll be hosting our 4th annual Kansas Lek Treks Festival this coming April.
Very cool.
And you'll get to meet Boomer then.
Oh, Boomer will be there. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we're excited to give you a check today for $500.
Thanks for supporting wildlife conservation in Kansas.
And joining us now is Jackie Augustine with Audubon of Kansas. Good morning.
Good morning.
Great to have you on the show this morning. I'm very excited to talk more about this Audubon of Kansas. So for our viewers, give us a little history of what's happening here. What's this organization is all about?
Well, we were formed in 1977 when the local Audubon chapters in the state wanted a statewide presence. And they worked really hard to save Cheyenne Bottoms, a wetland in the middle of the state that has international significance because of the migratory birds that use that as a stopover site. In 1999, the Kansas Audubon Council became Audubon of Kansas, and again, we just hired an executive director and had more influence in the state. And since then, we've been working to protect wildlife throughout the state through advocacy, conservation, and education.
Okay, so let's talk about some of this advocacy and education. What all are you guys up to?
So for advocacy, it really is we are the voice for wildlife when decisions are being made. So we work with state and county legislators to make sure that wildlife and natural areas are being considered when decisions are being made about development. For education, we have 2 birding festivals. One is a celebration of cranes in early November, where we give guided tours to Quivira National Wildlife Refuge to see the thousands of sandhill cranes that pass through the state. And if you're lucky, you get to see the endangered whooping crane as it passes through as well.
Oh, okay.
We also have a prairie chicken festival in mid-April, and that we give guided tours to see lesser and greater prairie chickens. These are 2 species that are whose ranges overlap here in Kansas. We get people all throughout the country to come to Kansas to see these 2 species.
That's wonderful. How can people participate in the prairie chicken event?
Yeah, so right now registration is open. The website is Kansas Lek Treks, LEKTREKS.org. And so the place where a prairie chicken displays is called a lek, and that's a word that means to dance or to play. And so it really is a charismatic experience and something, a bucket list experience you'll never forget.
I'm learning so much about the wildlife in Kansas. I had no idea about the cranes and the prairie chickens. This is fantastic. And you have a little bit of education you're trying to get into libraries for kids, right?
Yeah, we have these backpacks that we're trying to get into libraries throughout the state. We got a grant to put them in Southwest Kansas, and we got in a few libraries like the Wamego and Manhattan libraries.
Fantastic.
And so it's a backpack. We have adult binoculars, we have children's binoculars, we have fold-out field guides to birds, butterflies, and the moon, all things you can see with binoculars, and then a map of their county to show areas to go see natural areas in their local area. So
I love that.
yeah, and yeah, we're just trying to get these throughout in libraries throughout the state so that library patrons can check them out.
So where are these available right now?
So they're available at the Wamego and Manhattan libraries, and we're trying to get them into more libraries in this region.
I hope to see them in Topeka soon enough.
Yes.
That's fantastic. So all this stuff you're going on, all these events, trying to get them in libraries, how is the donation from Patterson Legal Group kind of able to help you guys out?
Well, these backpacks cost $175 each, so that donation can fund a couple backpacks.
Fantastic.
Also supports our festivals, making sure that people can go and see the wildlife that's so unique to Kansas, and just making sure the voice of wildlife is heard. So.
And where can people reach out to you if, say, they have concerns or environmental concerns or wildlife concerns that maybe you guys should be aware of?
Yeah, we love to hear what people are concerned about, and so So audubonofkansas.org, all spelled out. We have a contact page. You can call us, email us, and we'd love to, help you, figure out your environmental concern, what we can do, what resources there are, or if you just want to, saw a bird in your backyard and want us to identify it, we can help out there as well.
That's lovely. Okay, I know that's become such a huge thing where people are having the cameras, but it's great to talk to somebody that the experts. I can tell you so much history about the birds.
Yeah, I think being outside in nature is one of those things that helps connect us with each other and with the environment and helps soothe our soul. And so I really hope that, what we do is so important for everybody's mental and physical health now and in the future.
And for you, what's it mean to be a part of Audubon of Kansas?
Well, I always fear that, we're losing our wildlife. We've seen that we've lost, there's 3 billion fewer birds here today than there was in 1970.
Wow.
And I've seen changes during my lifetime. And so I can't just stand by and watch things disappear. And so for me, being part of Audubon of Kansas lets me know that I'm doing all I can to protect the wildlife in our area.
How long have you been a part of the organization?
I've been part of the organization 4 years.
Okay.
Prior to that, I was a professor studying prairie chickens, and so this really allows me to do more for their conservation than just recording their decline.
And can you think of a time that you've seen the impact that Audubon of Kansas has had on the community?
Yeah, during one of our birding festivals, we had some participants that were, pretty new to bird watching. And after seeing the thousands of cranes, even though it was a windy, miserable day, she got back into the van and she said, "Well, I'm a bird watcher now." And that made such an impact to think, they connected with those birds that we were able to show them in such a way that it's going to impact the rest of their life.
That's wonderful. I love that. I love that so much. And now, how can other people, come together and help Audubon of Kansas's mission out?
Yeah. So become a member. That's one of the ways we can say that, hey, someone in your local area is concerned about wildlife and we are representing them. Another way is to come to one of our festivals, to either the Prairie Chicken Festival in April or the Celebration of Cranes in November. Or come to our one of the events, sign up for our newsletters so that when we have little day events or trips, you can join us. And so those are the 2 biggest ways you can make a difference is become a member, join our newsletter, and come to our events.
Wonderful. You said, okay, little day trips. You have me interested now. How often are you guys going out? What are you guys doing?
Well, we own some properties that conserve wildlife and also help people connect with wildlife. And so with the Mount Mitchell Prairie Guards, we own a portion of the Mount Mitchell Heritage Prairie near Wamego. And so that's open to the public, and we encourage you to go visit that area. We also own a small property near Lincoln, Kansas called the Acterberg Wildlife Friendly Demonstration Farm. That too is open to the public, and so those are ways that people can connect with nature.
Wonderful. I love what you guys are doing. It is absolutely fantastic, and I might have to become a bird watcher now. I need to learn more. I need to see the cranes. I really do.
It's surprising once you know how to look for birds. You'll see them and in places that you didn't really expect them. It really kind of opens. It's kind of like a scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
Opens a whole new world.
Okay, I'm very excited. Well, Jackie, thank you so much for joining us this morning, and once again, thank you for all the work you're doing out there in the community. It is absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, thanks for letting us join you today.
Of course, and everyone, please, to learn more, you can visit audubonofkansas.org.
Giving Back, sponsored by Patterson Legal Group.